everybody. Welcome to the Curse of Oak Island and Beyond live stream. I am your host, Jeff Freeman, and today I've got some good news. Trying to come up with something for a Friday. Not a lot happening on Oak Island right now. That is there. Well, there. Okay, I'm sorry. There is a lot happening on Oak Island. There's a little bit we can talk about. You know, certain things that we can tell you that is happening on Oak Island right now. But first, before I get to that, I wanted to say Happy Canada Day to all of our friends to the north. Hope you have a wonderful Canada Day today and holiday weekend. We have our own down here in the States. We have our 4th of July happening on Monday. So, for those of you in the United States, happy 4th. Hope you have a great holiday weekend here as well. I know I've got big plans. So hopefully, lots of good weather and safe for everyone through the holiday. Okay. I got a little bit of news. There are a couple things happening on Oak Island that's kind of interesting. Let me bring the chat up here real quick so I can see who we got. Oh, hey guys, appreciate you coming by, Jersey Lady, Michael, Bass Anderson, Brenda. Thanks guys for coming by. So what do we have on the news agenda for today? In the past, we've seen all the dump trucks going across carrying gravel and whatnot, and then we've also seen the cement truck going across. There's actually been more than one, I guess, and there's been multiple trucks going back and forth across, hauling some sort of gravel or whatever. We know there's some work going on. We know that they had to build a crane pad. That crane is currently sitting right above, almost directly. If you're standing in the money pit and you're looking at the woman's memorial, the crane is sitting right there, right above it, like between it and 10X. It's sitting right on the hillside, right there in front of it. We also know that we have seen that there are some that they've done a lot of work down there in the base of the Women's Memorial. They've gone in there and they've leveled it all off real nice, and they've put it looks like it looks like they've done some work from the pictures we've seen from the boats and stuff. It looks like they've done like some railing going around there, and there's like a yellow lid on it. Okay, so I mean, here I go. You guys know that I like to theorize my own with my a little bit with what's going on, and I'm thinking the way that things are positioned with that crane being sitting the very tall crane sitting right there on that pad they constructed up there on top of the hill, and then what's going on in the money, or I'm sorry, in the base of the women's memorial, we know that that was an old searcher shaft that was there. They kept it. The wood was sticking up. It was always full of water and whatnot. They've actually cleaned that all up, railing around the area. I mean, it's really, um, they've done a lot of work there. Now the crane is right above it. Would they be using it? I think they're going to be using that for something. Why would they put a railing around it? Is it a railing? It's a guardrail, like a protection area. So, with news to come on this for sure. So that's going to be interesting to see exactly what they are doing with this. Um, it is we know that Dumas Mining is out there. Are they going to be using this as an entrance of some sort or an access to other things? I don't know. The drill, we've seen that what looked like a horizontal drill that was laying there under or sitting there on on its mountings underneath a canopy, the white canopies. We haven't seen where that is now or where it's we haven't seen movement on that to see where it's going and what it's going to be doing. Obviously going to be involved in this somehow, so that's really interesting as well. Also, some of the concrete may have been going over to Tom Nolan's. We know that there was that little shack. It looked like a shed that went over on one of the trucks. And we know there's some work going on there on the personal property of Tom Nolan, which was Fred Nolan's property, of course. And it looks like from the boat pictures again that that shack has now been set up as a maybe a little boathouse or something, and maybe some concrete work doing over there. So the concrete trucks that we saw going across may not have anything to do with Oak Island. We can only guess, and that's what I do. I like to guess what I think is happening, and many times I'm wrong, but that's the way it goes, right? So, but it's fun to speculate, what's happening over there. But good, really neat stuff happening that I'm looking forward. I think this is going to be an awesome season 10 coming up. I'm really looking forward to it. Another bit of news that I wanted to talk about was this right here, and I'm going to share a screen. This right here, for this from the Nova Scotia, novascotia.ca /news/release. You can find it there. And as you see right on the top, it says Premier host meeting of Mi'kmaq Chiefs cabinet. Now, yesterday, June 30th, there was a meeting between Premier Tim Houston and um, the Mi'kmaq Chiefs. And you see on the first line, it says a cabinet minister and his cabinet ministers and Nova Scotia Mi'kmaq Chiefs held their first joint meeting today, June 30th, discussing a wide range of issues and building relationships. Okay, it does. I've read this, I've gone through it. It does not say anything in there about Oak Island or Oak Island tours or anything like that, or finding artifacts or anything like that. But this is a good step, and I think it is something that is well needed. Now, I am not a Canadian, I'm not a Nova Scotian, so I'm looking at this as an American point of view and a Oak Island interest point of view, that this is something that is needed. If they can work out a lot of the differences, can it benefit Oak Island and Oak Island tours in the future? Absolutely, it could. Does it say it's going to do that? No, it doesn't say anything about that. There's no mention in here. This was courtesy, our as you know, one of my co-hosts, Dale Carney, brought this to my attention because he knows the premier. So he brought this to my attention, and I thought this was newsworthy to bring this up for sure, because it could mean good things. Again, it might not have anything to do with it. May not have any effect on Oak Island. And as you know, the pottery that was found last season and has shut down many areas of the island. I'm hopeful. So that's what we can say, is that we are hopeful. Okay, so also, and just joining us right now, I think is going to be some really interesting news. This is breaking news, folks. So I got to bring him on and see what. And I don't know yet exactly the details of this. So let's bring on Jake Roberts. Mr.
Man,
Roberts, how you doing today?
doing great, Jeff. Thanks for having me. After a build-up like that, man, I don't know what to say. Happy Canada Day, everyone. You know, I do have a new discovery that I'm about to share. Those of you who follow my Ghosts of Bacon podcast know that I've recently done a series of presentations about the Oak Island treasure map that was encoded within the 1612 Champlain map. And so those of you who don't know what I do, I'm into Sir Francis Bacon and his ciphers. Okay, so I'm a cryptanalyst amateur who has been just tumbling down a rabbit hole studying all of the messages from Sir Francis Bacon.
I don't know if I'd
And
say amateur. In my book, you're right up there with a pro on this kind of stuff. Because anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
uh, I'm blushing, Jeff. Thanks so much. But in all seriousness, I've always had an interest in Oak Island, but I never really considered myself an Oak Island theorist. And in fact, I even, for some time, I wasn't even paying any attention to the Oak Island research or any of those kinds of things. I made my discoveries, I shared them with the team, and then I moved on, and I kept on, researching Sir Francis Bacon and finding uh, his encryptions everywhere. Everything he touched, it seemed that he encoded. And what a lot of people might not realize is that he was the one who was solely responsible for revising and editing the King James 1611. This is
I
my
learned that from
facsimile.
you. Yeah.
Yes. And what I learned from our good friend John Edwards
Mhm.
is that the Freemasons use a Bible that is this exact Bible. It's exactly the same as the original King James
Oh, wow.
authorized version. That is the Masonic Bible.
Uh-huh.
And what I've discovered in this, and you know that I've been really studying a lot of maps. Well, here, don't know if you can see that, but here's a map of Jerusalem and around the Mediterranean.
Mhm.
Encoded within that map are coordinates that point directly to Oak Island.
Really?
Really. And on top of that, Jeff, this is the reason why I believe I really believe this, that so many high-ranking Freemasons have had such a large interest in Oak Island over the centuries, because in their Bible there is a map that leads to that island. Not only does it lead to that island, Jeff, but the coordinates it places on the island, firmly believe, are the original location of the money pit.
Wait, what? So you're saying
Right.
that that the map shows where the money pit is.
It shows exactly where it is, in my opinion. Yes.
Folks, this is breaking news. Oh my goodness. Now I
And
know, and I know, I'm sorry, I know I'm interrupting you here, but I know
okay,
that you work on this stuff and you know these things inside and out. You can read these ciphers like you read a novel. So I
yeah,
have to go with your expertise on this. Oh my gosh.
I know it's shocking. Just like all of the other discoveries I keep finding, and like I said, I had turned away from doing Oak Island research, and here I was studying this map, just looking for clues of Sir Francis Bacon, and lo and behold, where does it lead me again? Right back to that's the real curse of Oak Island. I keep saying that. Like in my research, I keep trying to get away from it, and I keep getting sucked into the vortex.
Mhm.
So not only does it do that, but I suspect that they didn't know how to finish the decryption, and there's another coordinate that appears on the island that could very well be. And this is speculation on my part. I openly and freely admit that it could very well be that secret back door into the offset
Oh,
chamber.
oh, wow. Now, see, we people have talked about that for a long time. That
They
there's
have.
got to be a back door, and I've said there has to be some sort of a back door. Oh my goodness.
And when you align the coordinates and just kind of extrapolate based upon other features on the island, uh, it, I believe that it also points us directly to the location of the offset chamber.
Oh, wow. You know what? We're going to have a show on it. You mentioned John Edwards.
Mm.
John and I, the three of us have talked many, many times
Yeah.
together. And John and you guys, you talk this language that is just like over my head. But honestly, we
But
got to get
he's
John in on this.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
We got to do a show on this.
Yeah, if we do that, and I would be honored to debut this information with you.
Let's do
Um,
it.
all right, I'm in. Yeah, and I think that we definitely need John in on this because he is so good at keeping me reined in when I start talking cipher speak. He
Yeah.
pulls me back down to earth and says, "Jake, focus. What do you mean by this? Explain."
Yep.
And
Yep.
he's so good at doing that with me. And it's a an aspect of our friendship that I really appreciate about him.
Wow. Okay. So, okay, folks, we're gonna have to do a show on this. So we're gonna have to plan this out and talk about this. This is awesome. This is awesome news. And I, like I said so many times, even when I co-hosted with you that one time here just a few Sundays ago,
Yeah,
I was that student sitting there in a chair listening to a wonderful lecture that was riveting. I mean, all the map that we went through, the Champlain map, this was
yeah,
fascinating. Now you have a new map of Jerusalem and
yes.
it's showing these coordinates. I tell you what, folks, we have to do a show on this. We have to. There's no doubt
Again,
about it.
Jeff, I'd be honored to do that, and thanks for having me. And we always have so much fun when we all get together. So it'll be a blast, and I think people are going to be shocked.
Wow.
I'll leave it at
Folks,
that.
this is news to
People
me.
will be
I mean, he kind of briefly mentioned something about breaking news and a map and Oak Island, but I had no idea. We got to do a show. Okay, so that's our breaking news for today. Oh my goodness. So thank you, Jake. I know you got stuff to do, and I try to
yeah.
keep these kind of short, but yeah, folks, stay tuned. Excuse me, stay tuned. We are going to do a special show on this. I'll let you know. We'll know we have, and I'm going to link. Jake has his own Facebook page,
Yep.
The Ghost of Bacon, and we will link that in the description below. I haven't done it yet, but I will get it in there so that you
Thank
have this going forward. You can link and go to his site and see all this information that he's and all the different videos. You have a YouTube channel as well. What is that?
I do, and it's again the Ghosts of Bacon on YouTube.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Okay, sounds
thanks.
good. I'll link both of those in the description below, folks, so you can check that out. But we're going to have a show on this, and we'll keep you posted and let you know when that will happen. Oh my gosh, I'm excited already for this. All right,
I
folks, that's it for today. Thank you, Jake, for bringing this to us.
thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All
Bye,
right, have
everyone.
a good day, folks, and have a safe Canada Day today and weekend, and 4th of July on Monday. We will see you right here next time on the Curse of Oak Island and Beyond live stream. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.